Hi, it's Alaska Granny. When we're prepping, we want our prepping strategies to be effective, efficient, and sustainable. One of the things that you need to consider is the area of personal hygiene. I've taken a big container and I filled it up with the prepping supplies for hygiene that I think I would need over a period of time. You could also do this in a 5-gallon bucket, but I like the idea of the big file cabinet box simply because it takes up less room, it fits efficiently on my shelf, and so I like using more squared off containers that fit on my big shelves better than a round bucket, but those work great too. I just find that this works better for my use. What are the items to include in your personal hygiene emergency kit? Start from the top of your head, work all the way down to your feet, and think about everything that you use from the moment you wake up until you go to bed at night. You're going to need things for your hair, shampoo, conditioner, any special treatments that you use, brushes and combs. Then think about your face. What kind of cleansers do you use? If you shave, you need razors and lotion. Do you need eye drops? How about toothpaste, toothbrushes, floss, mouthwashes, anything you use for dental care? Make sure that you have extra in your personal hygiene bucket. Then from the neck down, everybody's going to need some soap, body wash, lotions. Think about items like deodorant. Then think about all the small things maybe you'd like. How about some chapstick, some nail clippers, tweezers, emery boards, pumice stones, anything that you use to keep yourself in good repair. These are the things that you do as self-care, that you take care of your own body. Women, you need some feminine hygiene products. If you have infants, make sure that you have diapers. If you have young children, make sure you have their additional supply of small toothbrushes, toothpaste that children will use, and they even make flossers for children because their hands and mouths are small and it can help them learn to floss their teeth and have better dental care. Think about your day, everything you use from head to toe, from morning till night. Those are the items that go in your personal care prepper hygiene kit. Then when you run out, you go to your prepper kit, you get out what you need, and then you put it on your list and you go and replace it at the store. It gives you time to get a replacement item and put back into your kit. And that's how you're rotating it. When you take something out, write it down and then replace it. I know I was just visiting with my daughter and I kept saying, oh, we need to get this and this. And I finally said, why aren't you writing any of this down? And she said, Mom, I'm putting it on my phone. She makes lists completely differently than I do. So maybe you're like that. But keep track of it, whatever you do. I write things down on note cards. I take those with me when I go out. But that's the way I am. I guess I'm old school. I remember having a phone in the kitchen with a cord. It hung on the wall. So those are just different times, different lifestyles. By replacing your items, then you're efficient in the use of your things, that you have them. You don't have to make a special trip out because you don't have a bar of soap. It also then gives you peace of mind if you can't find those things, like during the pandemic that you couldn't find anywhere in the store. There were just tremendous shortages. As things have started to be replenished in the stores, many of the prices have been skyrocketing if you can even find the variety. You might find that the shelves are getting full, but they're just spreading out more of one item and they're not 5 different types of that item for you to choose from. The selection is becoming limited. We're also experiencing shrinkflation, where items used to have more ounces, bigger bottles, or more in them, and they're putting less and less so that you don't notice that you're actually paying more because the price is the same. So it appears that you're still getting the same item when you may not be. Those are different ways that you can ensure that you have the things you want and that you can get them at the least possible cost. I like to include cotton balls and I have cotton rounds. Cotton rounds are good because cotton balls tend to leave little fibers if you're trying to take off makeup or clean wounds. The cotton rounds don't leave any of those little fibers. So make sure that you have a selection of both. Plus, Either of these is great to rub in some petroleum jelly and make emergency fire starters. So there's a lot of overlap through all of the different categories of your prepping supplies. That hygiene can also work for first aid, it can also work for fire starting, and can keep you alive. I also have over-the-counter medicines that I've included in this kit simply because it made sense. There was plenty of room in this big bucket to add the big jumbo size of medicines. It's easy to add a big old bag of cough drops, and if you look for ones that are vitamin C, then you can have those to help replenish vitamin C, because that's something your body doesn't store. You need to take vitamin C every day. It's best if you get it in the foods you eat, like fruits and vegetables. But if you ever get into a time when you can't, then you'll have those in your supply. Along with my medicine, I have a pill splitter. It might be something you want to consider getting, because sometimes you need to cut pills in half for different reasons, and these only cost a couple of dollars, and you can add them into your prepping supply to put with your over-the-counter medications. And if you ever need to cut a prescription, then you'll have it when you need it. When I add baby wipes, I always put them into a Ziploc bag. Then if the package should get punctured, it helps keep them from drying out and they last a lot longer. Look for products when they go on sale that helps you have an extra supply for less money. Sometimes if you go around in the drugstore, they'll have little signs that say last chance to buy this item. Then that's a good time to stock up on some extra supplies. I have baby oil, baby bath. Those aren't just for babies. I'll put a link to a video I made about how to make your own wet wipes or baby wipes with these items and some paper towels. Include some hand washing liquid so that you can keep your hands clean. That's one of the things that we know is most important for good hygiene, is washing your hands. So make sure that you have the supplies to do that. A great natural soap to include in your stockpile is a Castile soap. We call it magic soap because it removes laundry stains. You can use it to wash your hands. You can use it as a body wash. You can even water it down and use it to clean the makeup off of your face. Magic soap is great. It's all natural, pure Castile soap. It seems like a lot of money because it's about $18 for the large bottle, but you can put it a small amount and add water in a spray bottle. There are all kinds of ways to use Castile soap for your personal hygiene and your household needs too. I have all kinds of things in here, from witch hazel to alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, because those are just items that they don't have to be for first aid. You can use them to help keep your body clean. One of the strategies of prepping is becoming sustainable. Now, you can make some of your own salves and soaps, but they're very labor intensive. They also might include ingredients that you couldn't readily have on hand. Plus, you need to remember, in the days when people did those things, they bathed like once or twice a year. So to me, trying to have a stockpile of these items makes more sense than trying to be sustainable and be able to create my own for the rest of my life. Now, if you're going to work on sustainability, focus on your garden and growing your own food, or finding a source to have your own water. That makes more sense to spend your time and your energy sustaining the things that really keep you alive, rather than your toiletries and your hygiene supplies. We need to have these too. They make us feel good. They also keep us healthy, but they aren't as critical to your survival as clean water and food. Think about these things as you're prepping and getting your things together. Make sure you're doing a little at a time. Pick up one thing when you go to the store. Learn a new skill. Learn how to use the things you have to make the things that you want. Then you'll have the prepper mindset to be able to face whatever comes your way. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.